This is part one of a two-part because I have to order parts and I don't know how long they're going to be, so I figured I would get this one out so you guys can see what I'm working on, and we've diagnosed the problem. Once the parts come in, it'll be a matter of only a few minutes to put them in, and maybe I will, maybe I won't make a video. I probably will make one just to show it working. It's working here in this case. We got it going, but okay, I gotta get a couple parts. Let's take a look and see what we're working on. So I've got a FOSTEX D5, and the complaint on this, it says when the tape was inside when he got the machine, he moved the mechanism manually between open and close several times with the tape in it, after which it began opening and closing at the press of a button. He removed the tape, ruining it in the process. It says after that it closes from the button but will not open. While the tape was in, it played, and the play of indicators work. Okay, so this is the owner of it tried to fix it himself, and I guess he's done some damage to the mechanism. So let's pop the top off it and take a look at this one. I was expecting this to look like a Panasonic or a Sony or a TIAC, but this was totally different, this one. So, it looks like the mechanism here looks like a Tascam. This part does, the way that the tray pops out on the front like this. This looks like a Tascam, but it's not. Let's see why this is not working. He says it's not opening and closing. Sorry about the noise. I've just got the heat going here for a few minutes as it cooled off. It cooled off tonight. So it's a little bit chilly here in the workshop, so I'm just running it for a few minutes while I look at this unit and see what could possibly be the problem. So the open close button, apparently it opens, but it doesn't close. Okay. There's got to be a switch in here. Let's take a look and see if there's a bad switch. So if we look here, there are a couple switches. One switch appears to be back here, and the other switch appears to be up front here. And I think they're just little pin switches. I see wires here. I think it's just a little pin switch up here. That's what it is. You can see there's one pin switch back here, and there's another pin switch up at the front. Let's see if I can get a shot of it for you guys to see what I'm talking about. But if we get the light in there, you'll see that there's a little pin switch right there. I can get a close-up of it, and that little switch is going to be the fault. Can we get some light in there? You see the switch? See the pin switch? The little pin sticks out right there? That's going to be the fault, why this does not open and close correctly. So this could be an easy repair. I always like easy repairs, especially on a piece of equipment that I've never seen. I'm not familiar with it, but I think I can get in there with my Canon neutral and just give that pin a blast, and then work it, and that should maybe make it work. Those pin switches give lots of problems, so I wouldn't be surprised if that's all that's wrong with it. It's just that little pin switch. I'll grease this up too as well with my new white lithium grease, as I have run out of the moly coat, and I wasn't going to pay the kind of money that places that sell it want for it. It's ridiculous. It's the same stuff, it's just a different color. Very, very similar. Anyway, light in place so I can see what I'm doing. Get my can of neutral in here. I'll unplug the power while I'm doing this too, just so that I don't short anything out with the can. We'll get this on top of the little button and give it a blast. Oh, come on, get in there. Give that switch a shot. You see the mechanism here, this plastic. I guess it's a plastic rack that the tape slides in and out on. That just pushes that button. I think it is okay. We'll give this other one at the back here a shot of cleaner as well, because if one switch is bad, the other switch, which is the same, is also going to be problematic, I'm sure. got to get this on here. Just like that. Alright, fire this thing up and see what it does. See whether it opens and closes on its own, like it should. Okay. Open, close. Open, close. I think I fixed that part. Now, I'm just hoping that there's nothing else wrong with it. Still kind of hesitating. I think the switches themselves are probably going to need to be replaced. The part number is an SPPB110300, made by Alps. That's the original part that they have at Mauser, for example, carry them. They're not that expensive. It's just the freight to get them here is just ridiculous. I'm going to get some grease into the gear here, into the track. Okay, we'll put a little bit of grease here on the gear and a little bit of grease here in these slide rails. Track. Don't need much. A couple of other little gears down here that probably could use a little bit of lubricant on them. And we'll do the other side of the mechanism as well. I see a couple more little gears down here that probably would benefit from just a little bit of lubricant. And definitely the metal guides. Oh, get my fingers caught off there if I'm not careful. Definitely the tracks down here could definitely use some because they're metal. And metal tracks get gummed up. We'll try this out. We'll throw a DAT tape in and see what it does. Hopefully it won't chew up my tape. I gotta go get some XLR cables to test this unit because it does not have RCA outputs on it. It just has the XLRs. That part works. Okay, let me grab my test cables. Good thing I made some up for my Betacam deck. Of course it's got more problems than that. It doesn't play. The fellow that sent it to me said it played until he broke something. Okay, well, it's not playing now. Will it eject the tape or will it eat it? That switch seems to be still acting up. It's not detecting it's all the way out. or it's noisy. It's picking up noise off the switch, and going right back into load again. Interesting. Yeah, I thought I was going to get lucky, but apparently not. Apparently this one's going to be a pain in the ass. I'm sure it's the switches that are bad. I won't even go into play. How about fast forward? Nope. It won't do anything. So it's a little more serious than we first thought. Let's just try opening up the switch and cleaning up the contacts a little better than just spraying some cleaner into it, because I'm sure that's all that's wrong with it is the contacts inside are dirty. Now this switch should pop apart. Most of these ones do. And you can just clean them up inside. How does this one come apart? Most of them just pop open. Yeah, it does. There's a little clip on the front here that should take this whole front piece off. So what's inside here is just a little spring that pushes down on a clip on a contact that makes a contact when it goes down, and they get dirty. I got the switch bypassed because this switch is bad. I have to replace it. Cleaning it's not working, but this has got more problems. It played for a second, but then it didn't play. Now it's playing. Might be a mode switch, it's dirty as well. So the machine plays. I just have to get a switch, pin switch for it, because the one that's in there is just no bloody good, and it's dirty. And even what's happened is the contacts inside are shot. So I'm gonna have to get a couple of these pin switches in, but at least the unit is playing. We know that the machine works. If I hit the eject button, as long as I pull this jumper out when it starts to open, we should be good. So I hit eject, and then whoops, try that again. That's what signals it's in. Okay. Eject. Gotta be fast at this. There, you see? That switch is bad too. So I gotta replace both those switches, and I don't have them. I'm gonna have to try to find a couple switches for it, because I don't have anything like that. But at least we know where we're going on this one. So I'm trying to debate whether I should put the video up now as to what we found on it, and then do a follow-up when I get the parts. I probably will do that. Maybe I should pull the mechanism out and just see if there's any other switches that need to be cleaned on it, but there's probably a mode switch on this that probably could use a cleaning. But let me see if I gotta look up switches and see if I can even actually get switches like that, little pin switches. I haven't seen those things in years. I'm sure they're available, but where I can get them is what I don't know. So this is the switch that's bad, and I just found one on Mauser. The switches themselves aren't expensive, but the shipping to get it to me is absolutely ridiculous. So I'm going to leave this as this sits right now, because there's nothing really I can do further. I'll play a tape on it again just to make sure it's going to continue to play, and I'm going to publish this video. We'll do a makeup video on this once the parts get here, because it might be a few weeks away before the parts get here. But let me just trick this thing into thinking it's closed, and we'll open it. Load a tape. And I'm just going to shut it off while I'm doing this, just to make sure that it's completely loaded. And I'll put the jumper in place and turn it on. So that'll thread, and we'll see if it'll play. It should play. Why is there no sound? I got sound there. Oh, that's because the volume turned down. So the unit's playing. That's all it needs is the two switches. I got to change both of them, but I gotta get a hold of the guy, because he's gonna have to send me some money for it to order the switches. And $30 is what they want to ship the stupid parts. Can you believe that? Anyway. Okay, well, nice easy fix. But nice DAT machine once we get the switches in for it. But yeah, just cleaning them just was not reliable enough. So sometimes you can get away with cleaning, other times you just have to bite the bullet and change them. So you got to change the switch. We'll do a makeup video once I get the switches here for it, and we'll catch you in the next one. Bye.